Yo, everything good? Yes, I. Connect to the sale bank account. Have to be approved. Hiya, new and improved. Now, people, welcome to my videos like always. Remember to search D Figure Entertainment up. STAYFIYA. Check out my videos, Teenager Doing the Right Thing, Ghetto Love Lesson, Seasonal Permanent Love, and check out some of my lessons them, and check out my audios them, you understand? Check out my audios books them, check them out, man. It's always positive vibe flowing, you understand? Yo, everything good? Now people, this one called Everything Have Its Time and Limit. Now let's look at delay. Delay is what make lot of things don't flow. Understand? Have you ever noticed when the sun delay how the climate get? You feel a little bit cool. Understand? And if it's a winter time and the sun don't shine, you notice it get cool. If you have something to do, that's the same way it happens. If you have to do something for yourself or fix a situation and you let it delay, it get cold. You might lose your money, you might lose your lover, you might lose friendship, you might lose your trust, as if it just goes cold. That's what delay do. It's trying to show you it got the time. And I mentioned in some of my videos them winter and spring. You notice spring comes and they show you the roses and the fruits, understand? And then winter come, it fade away, understand? So if you do not plant at the right time, you are not gonna get the right amount of food and the right amount of crops and the right amount of energy you need to flow. That means if you are in a situation where something is crumbling on you, right? But you have to plant a seed to balance it, like a clutch, you understand? Like so for example, a building right here falling and you put something like that, understand? But if you do not put it at the right time, it would go down like that. It's the same thing like when the crop is, if you do not plant the crop at the right time, it's not going to spring and it's not going to flow, you understand? It show you in climate. A lot of people don't realize enough. Everything you're looking for is in the nature. If you delay nature, you notice something is happening. If a mango tree or a guava tree or a grape tree or any fruits at all grow underneath another tree and don't get the sunlight, what you notice is happening, it have a different growth. You understand? You notice it's searching to get the light. Sometimes the tree will leave a bend searching for the light, because wherever the light is shining, that's where it goes. You understand? Because it will show you that it needs the sun, and if you do not have the full sun, it lean a certain way. You understand? But if you get the full sun, it grow up a certain way. Check the trees them that grow in the public and the little ones them below. You notice they don't really flourish that much. You notice they don't grow that fast because they are under a limit. You understand? And it's under a time. I noticed that 9 months birth, it's also on the timing and limit. After, if you reach 12 months, something is wrong. And some woman birth baby what's the 6-month time or 7-month time or 8-month time. Understand? And when you reach 8 months, they're feeling a lot of pain. They gotta give her birth. Understand? Because that is on a limit and it's on a time. And if you check success to me, it don't have the limit. It just the age is on the limit. Have you ever noticed to show you throughout life that you know the schooling and your teaching and you're growing up, you have to go get your own. There's a certain time period where you have to shift from your mother, from your father, from your friends them, understand? And go do your own and go hold your own. And if you have children, you notice the children will migrate in a certain way. Like a lot of people have children, but they don't know how to adapt to them when they adjust in life, because after a period of time the children gonna have a grown-up way You understand? They don't want to be treated a certain way. You understand? So you have to adjust yourself. But some parents then deal with children like their friend. They talk to them like like grown-ups. So when they reach a certain age, they have a balanced conversation. They never argue, never fight, because they have a conversation of adult. They don't put them down. They don't scream at them if something wrong. They hold them and talk to them and stand somewhere and talk to them and write the notes and talk to them. You understand? Some parents don't even punish children. They don't let them know your standard. Know your balance, know your reach. You understand? Know your limit when it comes to mom and dad. Because if you go over the limit between your mother and your father, it's going to cause problems. If you're on a job, it's the same thing. You got to learn how to keep your job. You have to go show up on time, respect your boss, respect your employee, follow the rules of the company. Understand? If you go over that limit, you know what's going to happen. You fired. That's what they're going to tell you. You fired. You're not ready for this situation. But if you want to keep the job now, you're going to use your time and fix that. Understand? And then after a while, when you work on the job, what's happen? You're retired. That's the limit. You reach a certain age. America make you retire at 70. That is way too old. I think if you're working on a job for 20, 30 years or 40 years, man, you retire at 60. 60 stops. At least let the people live. You understand? They give them some slave limit. You retire at 70. 70 age old? That is way too old. So what time you have to enjoy your retirement money, like your pensions and your 401k? Have you ever looked at the limit of that? You work, for example, you're working from you're 25 or you're 19 and you just come out of school, and you have to work till you're 70 to get a retirement. You understand? So what else? What time you have left in the earth? But the Bible say a man have till about 70 years old. So after you reach 70, you're dead. The Bible claims that at the longest a man could live is maybe 100 or 70 years old. But if you're working on the justice law and you reach 70, you could consider you die, man, after you retire at 70. I think when you work for a period of time, 50 years tops, you go retire somewhere. But the NYPD, when I check the NYPD, you could work for them for 20 years and then you retire. That's their goal. That's what I call work. Understand? And if they want to do something else, they go do something, but they collect their retirement money. But if you check it, it's on a limit and timing. Everything is have a limit and timing. And if you look into the bodega, if you look into the supermarket, you notice certain type of fruits comes at certain type of season. Understand? And if you check when baby born, you will see a different type of energy. And if you check January, you notice you don't really see no baby yet. But after the next year, now you see starts the belly swelling, and then about from January, you don't see nothing. But when it comes down to like no, when I say nothing, you don't see no woman with no belly up like that yet. But when you reach like about June, what they call it, May and August and September, you will see a lot of women with the off-fruits ripe like that. You understand? But you have to understand, man, everything has a limit, man. Even if you are smoking and drinking, at a certain point, your body going to give up and say, no, you put too much smoking and too much drinking in me. You have to slow down. When you partying from like, let me see, from your 18, 19, 20, come straight up. When you reach 40, you got to switch the smoking, you got to switch the drinking. Because after a certain time period, your body have enough, what they call it, enough toxins in it. You understand? Enough bacteria to start give you cancer and other things. You understand? So you have to either exercise and stay fit and eat the right food. But if you continue drinking and smoking and doing a certain type of living, your body gonna break down. It shows you a certain type of levity. Have you ever noticed your mother and your father when they was growing up, and when you was growing up, you notice that they was moving strong, but as you get older, you notice you have to end up help your mother. You notice they slow down. It's at the limit. So if you into anything, you have to realize, man, you have to have time on your hand, and you have to know how to utilize your time. You understand? If you do not utilize your times right, when you look back at what you do, you're gonna be like, what the purpose of me doing all this? You understand? If you are a group of people that in society and around people doing things, you gotta ask, what am I getting out of this? What am I building from this? Because time is running out. Time is happening. Like right now, I'm in a situation where billion, trillion, billion, zillion years to come, people gonna talk of that what they was doing was a lot of delay and a lot of vanishing caused from it. Because they're taking what don't belong to them, and honor their law is against their law. But everything have timing. On my situation with the system is 3 years. When I check it, it's up into 17 years. It was posed to me by someone, and when I get older now and checking, I say, yo, you know what? Let's not put them in there because certain liberty in there, certain situation don't involve it yet. Let's see what it's going to pen out and how it's going to turn out. But when we check it, it's well for vanishing, and understand. But listen now, it got the creation energy and the creation power. Creation power awake, right? Creation, you call it God. And when you form people like me or any other person, you got to obey what it says. You understand? Creation want queen, and more than one queen. And he tell the corruption people to do that. Say, yo, you have to give dreadlocks queen. He tell gay and lesbian, say, yo, no need to cut out gay and lesbian, let's kill all of them. They think they could go against creation, and creation have limit. Creation will give you time. Creation will say, okay, by next week, we want you to stop doing this. By next month, you have to stop doing it. But the human and the creatures and the aliens and other species don't see it like that. They think they are powerful. But you can't go against what creates you. You can't go against the creations of the Most High God. Because the creations of the Most High God, it give us life. It give us bone. No human can come tell me how they think of the word finger. How did you come up with that with the hand palm? And no human can come tell me, oh, I invent teeth, I invent mouth, I invent eye, I invent head, I invent arm. They could tell me about shirts. Understand? I know human can come to me and say he built my heart and my lungs. I wouldn't believe that. You understand? But when you have creations awake and they're on the limit, it's gonna vanish everything. Creation itself will kill everything. If you want all gay and lesbian to stop and they put limit on it, if you do not follow that limit, that time when he tells you he's gonna kill all gay and lesbian. If you said he want all of the God justice for done the corruptions and attack upon the people, and they do not stop, that power of God, which is creation, it got time to it. It give you time. He said, well, you do not do this, you do not do that, and if you don't, it's gonna wipe you all up. And I was told that anytime they test it, it always kill out the whole life force down to the answer kill. Understand? And if he said if it want a cup of water, you better give it a cup of water because you never created it. This force and this creation, it will wipe out the whole earth. It will wipe out the whole earth down to the ants and the fishes if we do not get what it want. And it will make one person like me live on it, and whosoever stand. That's what it is. But when we learn from it, it also have timing and also have a limit. Understand? Everything is of time and limit. If you do not follow what you told at certain ages, it's going to catch up on to you. You understand? Everything shifts. But one thing I learned, it repeats itself. Everything repeats. History repeats itself. A good basketball player, history repeat. A good musician repeat. Like far as a Bob Marley repeat, a Tupac repeat. You know, you have a generation comes and fulfill another version of that, and they think they was the best rhymes ever lived. And then we have another basketball player come and think they are the best basketball player ever lived. In my time, I think Jordan is the best player. And I don't care who come. I see a lot of Kobe Bryant and all of them come, but I still respect Jordan because I'm an OG to it. You understand? But that not a new generation. We say Kobe Bryant was the best basketball player. Rest in peace. You understand? But you have to look at how the situation rolled. And then you have Bob Marley. Bob Marley was a great singer. He still is a great singer. But I said, but there's some other great singer that's singing way different songs, way higher tempo, way the same, way different thing from him. You understand? But you lean, our generation say, well, that is the best one. But when you look at Marley have a sequence where you can't take it from him. Instead, he have the foundation nail. You understand? So when you look at him, he have a time limit of a longevity. You understand? He got a longevity where you can't take from him. The same thing like many other things. You got presidents. America have presidents of timing. I understand when you check it, they got about from 40, 50 of them, and you will check Donald Trump have his, and Biden, and all of them come down from Thomas Jefferson all the way down to what's the name, the favorite Abraham Lincoln. Understand? You gotta check all of them. It's time for it. It's all time period. And then once that time period passed, another president comes. George Bush have his time period. Obama was a time period where everyone will always remember Obama as the first black man. That's what they claim. But when I check it, there was others, but they do not explain it to you. There's many things you do not understand. But when you check it, you gotta check the time limit and all things, because you got some timing will never fade. I got some timing that will fade. But it's all timing of generation to come to learn from it. If you check Malcolm X's timing, was, well, he was bashing white people. You understand? And if you check Martin Luther King, he was bashing. And then when you check it though, they all gone down. If you check Tupac was bashing, gone down. Biggie was just, saying some next level things and he gets shoot down. But you check the time period. You have to check the time period and the limit of the what they call them, the leaders them. And check the prophets of the land and the timing. When Gandhi time, everybody think Gandhi was a god, and God is still a god to some people. But some generation do not know who Gandhi is. Understand? And if you check it, Gandhi knowledge still passed down to like that. You check King Selassie timing. The Rasta they give him praise, but when you check it, you have a time limit. But if his time limit is not a limit, but that over, his time limit can continue on and on and on, like that the sun and the moon and the stars. You understand? But some people have timing and limit where they shine for now. You never hear about them. You understand? I don't want to be that guy. I want to be one of them guy that my timing continue like the sun and the moon and the stars, because I see it within the earth. Understand? If you want to look at what I'm saying, just look at the presidency. And look at the prime minister, look at the queens. You understand? Look at the warriors them in the earth. You got some warriors fade and some warriors never fade. You understand? This is what I search for all my life. If they don't remember, as a person that sing, I want to remember as I teach your knowledge. You understand? But if you check the whole process of it, they will come and learn about because I teach the teenagers. And no one ever did. As when I did, they did that. No one from my race was teaching black women and man. Is when I came, they start to do it. If you check it, is my knowledge in the earth. So I think I'm gonna live. Understand? I think I'm gonna live, and my time period is gonna be a continual time period, not gonna be a time period that fade. You understand? I have limit, but it's only for another generation to come and learn of I. And then that limit will move, and then another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. So I think billions and trillions and 100 years and zillion years to come. Most of what I am saying in camera, people will just repeat it because I cover a lot of things. Understand? And the green trees will always be green tree. No matter what you come, the green will always be there. You understand? No matter what generation come, the sun is going to be the sun shining. Understand? If you change color, it's some kind of pollution. You understand? Everything have time, man. So careful what you do in the world. You understand? If you was acting, to work on your acting career fast, bro. You understand? Every day make move. If you was a writer, every day write. If you a singer, every day sing. You understand? If you a basketball player, every day bounce the ball, because age is catching up on you. You understand? Age is a very serious thing. You gotta put things on ages. You understand? And if you check within the world, the system trying to put ages on music, and there's no law for it, and the system trying to put age on a lot of acting and basketball and all that thing, man. If you do not make it to the stardom segment, just start one for yourself, man. Whatever you're good at, you just go there and do it. You understand? And teach it to another generation. If you didn't make it to that level, you'll teach your sons and daughters so they continue your way. You understand? That's how it goes, man. Remember, everything have its limit. You understand? So if you check boyfriend and girlfriend, you have time and limit for it. You understand? If you didn't do good with this one, you notice it's breakup, and you're going on to another one. You understand? If I oppose you on something and you do not fix it, it boils out into something else. If a fire starts and you do not own it, it blaze. You understand? Alright, peace. Remember, everything good? Yes, I.